Thank you for waking up with Happy Ass, where we come together to grow in mind, body, and spirit, so we can in turn go out and make the world a brighter and sweeter place to live for ourselves and for others. I am so thankful for our sponsors, Kittie Taylor with the Dream Team Mortgage, Beachy Beach Real Estate, and Bay Tax. Thank you so much for paying for this so other people don't have to pay for it. Isn't that awesome? That's so sweet of them. So today I've got just a hodgepodge of things to talk to you about because y'all, what is that? It's in right here. I was seeing something. Is it this thing? Yeah, that's what it is. Oh well. So the reason I'm sitting in my car and not in my office, oh my gosh, I cannot find the little thingy that sticks my ring light into the plug to make my ring light work. And I thought, well, it's good to light in the car. I'll just go get in the car. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm sitting in my car doing the podcast pre-New Year's Eve so I can talk to you about a few things I'm thinking about and a message that I want to bring to you today to make you think about what you want for your new year. What do you want for your new year? Well, I have been working on my affirmations and my goals and all that stuff for about a month now, about a month. And I've gone ahead and I've started my affirmations daily, but I'm doing something a little different and I want to talk to you about. And I'm experimenting. I want to see if it really makes a difference. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. So I don't know if you're familiar with Hal Elrod. Hold on just a second. I don't think a single soul's on here right now. That's okay. That's okay. You'll pop on later and it'll be on Apple, iHeart, all those kind of fun places. So Hal Elrod wrote The Miracle Morning. And all of you know that for years and years and years and years, I have gotten up every day. I write affirmations. I pray. I sometimes meditate, sometimes don't. I exercise. So I do have a morning routine that I tend to on a daily basis. Every now and then I'll miss a day, but for the most part, I do these things. Well, I've added something to it, and I'm going to give you a little acronym to remember this. It's called SAVERS. It's called SAVERS. And I'm going to tell you what each one stands for, okay? S is for silence. Spend time in silence. That is hard for me, y'all. That's super hard. I like to sit by myself and just think and do stuff like that and read and write, but to sit in total silence, let me tell you how I meditate. This might help you. So this will give you hope that you can do anything in the world you want to do. You can do a podcast in the car with crazy lighting and stuff like that. So the first thing to do is sit in silence. And let me tell you how I meditate. I have done it before where I just breathe in and out, but I do what's called a guided meditation, and it really helps me. And what I do, and I've talked about this before, I go breathing in the breath of God, breathing out the breath of God, breathing in the breath of God, breathing out the breath of God. And many times they'll say breathing in the health of God, breathing in the peace of God, breathing out the peace of God. That's how I meditate. Okay. So that's my meditation. Okay. S is for silence. A is for affirmations. Write your affirmations every single day. Some of you have a hard time with affirmations. A friend of mine said, Karen, I just don't buy that I say I make $300,000 a year and I'm going to make $300,000 a year. Well, yes and no. You have to be committed to doing the things you need to do to make $300,000 a year. If I want to lose 10 pounds, I got to do the things. I have to be committed. So I write in mine, I am committed to eating healthy, whole foods and getting to my goal weight of 110 pounds. That's what mine says. So you have to be committed to that thing to get you to where you want to go. So affirmations, and I want to tell you a little story about affirmations. They really, really do work. And I'm hoping I can get her on the podcast one day to talk to you about it. So one of my girls in my office said, I just don't know if I believe that or not. I just think it's hokey. That makes sense. So she was kind of stuck in her business, kind of stuck, and she wanted to go a little further, right? So she made a commitment to herself to write her affirmations daily. Daily write her affirmations. And without missing. So every day she picked a Bible verse that she paid attention to, and she wrote her affirmations every single day. I want to tell you what the result of that was. She almost tripled her business this year. Almost tripled her business this year. And That's just amazing to me. Oh, this is hilarious. Somebody is on here and wants to know how old I am. I am 65 years old. Don't know why that's relevant, but whatever. So, so that is the next one. Savers. S for silence. A for affirmation. V for visualize. This is something that I'm adding to it. I've always done the silence or off and on. I've always done the affirmations. Now I'm doing the visualization. So what I do, I'm just going to be very honest when you hear what I'm doing. I've gained a few pounds. And so what I'm doing is there's a picture that Sheldon took of me in my bikini with him, I guess about a year ago. And I was in really good shape. I was like weighed 114 pounds. So I was close to my goal weight, feeling really good and fit. And, so I've been visualizing that in my head. I've been visualizing that picture in my head of me being fit in my bikini to make me visualize how I want to look and fit and muscular and healthy, not skinny, but muscular and healthy and all those things. So that's my visualization. I visualize myself signing autographs on my books that I've published. I visualize myself speaking in front of big crowds for my speaking career. So I am actually adding visualization. So here we go. Next one is exercise. I do that almost every single day. But let me give you a little clue. If you're saying to me, Karen, how am I going to do all that in the morning before I go to work? If you can't do a full on exercise, do a mini exercise. Do squats. Do some body push-ups. Just do something to get your body moving. That's what I did this morning. I did an abbreviated workout this morning so I could do it. Next one on my list is read. Read. I do read every single day. I get up every single day and I read scripture. I read something positive. I read something intellectual that will stimulate my brain so that I can learn. I'm highlighting, I'm writing, I'm taking notes, all those things. And the last one is scribe. And I guess that was so he could have an acronym, SAVERS. I mean, write wouldn't work, but that just means write. Write it down. Write it down. Journal. Do that. They have proven that people that journal decrease their stress by a lot. I wish I had the exact number. I don't. But so that's what I'm doing this year. I've always done the reading. I've always done the writing. I've always done the affirmation. I've always done my praying and stuff. But I'm adding to it the silence, which is a meditation, and I'm adding the visualization. So I'll let you know how it goes. I started this adding those other two elements in, and every day I just check it off. I write the word savers, and I check everything off the list to see that I did it. If you can't do it first thing in the morning, pick some time in the middle of the day. Pick some time at night. But to be honest with you, if you can own your morning, you own your day. If you can own your morning, you own your day. Okay, I want to give you a little message that I heard yesterday at church. I visited Eastgate, and Eastgate is a super duper hippie church. I mean, they might not like me calling it that, but the pastor is a real hippie spirit. I love his spirit and his energy. And so what he talked about for going into the new year was getting back to basics. And as a Christ follower, my basics are this. Very simple. It is super simple. Okay, y'all ready for it? You want to write it down? This is all you need to remember. This is all you need to remember. Because if you do this one thing that I'm about to tell you right now, the other things will fall in line. Every single thing will fall in line. In John, it says, I give you a commandment that I've already given you before. It is love the Lord your God with all your mind, strength, and soul. And the second one is the same. It's the same. Love your neighbor. Love others as you love yourself. Love others. So y'all, that's it. Love God, love others. This is the coolest story. So Rob was telling a story about towards the end of John's life, and I want to make sure I get it exactly right. It's so funny. I love it. So John is getting on up in years, and he goes and preaches places, and people really want him. They really want him to come speak to them, and they all beg him to come speak, and he goes and speaks, and he gets up, and the crowd is anticipating. They're ready. They want him to tell them something new, something different, something bold, something that will change their lives. And this is what he says. This is all he says. He says, um, beloved, beloved, love one another. Period. Full stop. That's it. He didn't say period, full stop. I said that. And they're waiting. What else? And the people around him, I'm sure they're saying, don't you want to say something else? And he said, no, everything I want to do, everything hangs on that. Love God, love others. So my question for you this year is, what do you want to do with that? What do you want to do with your life? Where do you want to go? You are in charge. You're in control. I'm going to tell you a few little things that I want you to think about that have really helped me. I just got finished reading the book, Let Them. I listened to it. Now I'm about to read it and go through and highlight it, by Mel Robbins. And y'all know that I struggle with codependency. I struggle with addiction in my family, and not knowing when to help, when not to help. And really, I should never be helping people that are addicts. I should let them find their way, lovingly let them find their way. So I'm reading that book. Let them, do yourself a favor and do that. But I'm going to ask you some questions that might help you figure out, what do you want to do with your one precious, beautiful life this year? That was in Mary Oliver's poem. And I think at the end it says, my dear, what do you want to do with this wild and precious life? It's the one wild and precious life, you know? And I know that for me, I want to make a difference in the lives of others. I want to increase my viewership of Happy Ass. I want to speak places, even though I'm terrified to do it. Terrified. I want to finish my book. I want to finish that first book, then start the second, and then start the third. I want to make a difference in the lives of others. I want people to understand that everything we do hangs on love God, love others. Love God, love others. That's it. So I'm going to ask you some questions that might help you think about what you want to do for your new year, and just some things that I was thinking about. And, you know, our task right now, especially after reading the book, Let Them, is find what we're uniquely put here to do. Not what others are put here to do. Not what your brother, not what your sister, not what other people are and are not doing, but what are you uniquely put here to do? And that's your job, is to find that and then just do it. So, you know, we have a finite amount of time and energy, you know, and I think I got it forever, you know, but I don't. I have a finite amount of time and energy. What am I going to do with that? I want to know what moves you. What moves you? What breaks your heart? I've asked you that before. What lights you and others up? What lights you and others up? This lights me up. This lights me up a lot. Your gift to the world is to find this answer to these questions and use it. And all of us will be better for it. Every one of us will be better for it. Y'all, I love y'all so much. I appreciate you being here with me. I'm excited about a new year. I'm always excited about a new year. There's so many things that I want to accomplish and do. We're having our vision board today at Beachy Beach Regular, our main mothership over here on Back Beach Road at 10 o'clock to, I think, 2 o'clock, 10 to 3. I don't know. If you want to pop in and do it with us, you're welcome to come. Love to see you. Hopefully we'll take some pictures and little videos of some of our stuff going on today. I love you very, very much. I hope you have a love. Let's do this real quick. I'm going to tell you what my affirmation is. And you put yourself in this. You write yourself something like this. This is mine. My wild and precious life. This is for me. So you put yourself in one like you want to do it. This year, I want to live more by doing less. This year, I want to be intentional with my time and my energy. This year, I want to set healthy boundaries. This year, I want to focus on my writing and my speaking. This year, I want to eat healthy, whole, unprocessed foods. This year, I want to appreciate the stillness and the quiet. This year, I want to be attuned to God's calling on my life, this one wild and precious life. This year, I want to say no to what is not important to me. This year, I want to truly live my one wild and precious life. And so it is. That's my wish for you this new year, that you live your one wild and precious life. Be sweet, y'all. Bye.